Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Welcome back to Living Local Carolina, everyone. Today I am in the studio with Kate and Luca from the Strongman Luca James Foundation. How are you guys doing?
Hi, how are you? Hey, Strongman.
He's saying hi to everybody. Okay, we want to get to know you guys and know a little bit about what you do. Obviously, the organization is named after this little guy right here.
Yes, we founded the Strongman Luca James in honor of Luca and his battle with B-cell ALL, which is acute lymphomoblastic leukemia. He has been off treatment for a year, so we can say that he is now a survivor.
That's amazing.
But our organization was put together just by the fact that we wanted to give back in honor of all the people that came to fight alongside Luca.
Yeah, and you've told me before that whenever he started treatment, there wasn't a ton of resources for families. And that's what you guys do, right?
Yeah, so we live here in Myrtle Beach. And right now, if you are a pediatric cancer patient, there are only 3 places in the entire state of South Carolina. So there's some that will be treated in Florence, but for the majority, you'll be traveling back and forth to Charleston. Mm-hmm. He had to go multiple times. We actually stayed inpatient for over 3 months when he first was down there. So that tears a family apart. Mm-hmm. So we had people coming to cut our grass. We had people, giving DoorDash cards for us. And so the logistics around Strongman Luca James is to support local families financially. But it also is a very lonely time. So we're there to support emotionally. We really believe that, Horry County will get there, but any family that's going through this right now needs all the help they can get.
It takes a village.
Absolutely.
So I guess my question would be, what can people do to help you guys? What do you need from the community?
Sure, so our original mission for Strongman Luca James, like I said, is to raise funds and help families financially. So each year, we just started, because obviously this is a very new foundation, but we award families, based on their needs, a grant to use at their discretion what they need, whether they need to pay their mortgage, whether they need groceries. So anyone that's interested in helping the foundation right away, obviously monetary donations will never be turned down. Moving forward, and we've just partnered with Coastal Carolina Behavioral Health, we're looking to develop support groups. There's small support groups throughout for pediatric cancer families, but we're looking to get them all together. We're looking to kind of have a coalition of health organizations throughout Myrtle Beach, Georgetown, just anyone locally to be able to come together and just be there supportive. It's very isolating. The child is immunocompromised, so whether it's going to school, if they're in public school, and getting them their homework, whether it's, like I said, picking up groceries. So we're really looking to develop a support group first and foremost. The golf tournament was to benefit our family in the beginning. And then now that we have a full foundation, non-for-profit, that's how we raise our funds. So we could not have done this at all. This thought would not come first and foremost to Luca's great aunt, so Aunt Sherry. Aunt Sherry started the golf tournament and from afar collaborated with businesses like Archetype SC. We have a great relationship and a corporate partnership with Flossie Pediatric Dentistry. And then Grand Strand Animal Hospital have all been with us, as well as Shoreline Flooring from the beginning. So we just want to give those guys a shout out. But these businesses now believe in our mission and how we want to move the foundation forward.
Well, that is awesome. I want to say thank you to both Luca and Kate for coming on the show today so we can get to know you guys a little better. Where can people go to learn more information about you guys?
Right, we have a website. It's strongmanlucajames.com. We're also on social media, so Strongman Luca James Foundation. You can look us up on Facebook and Instagram. And then we can be reached just by phone number. So our office number is 843-340-4527.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Guys, we're having a great day here on Living Local Carolina, and I'm joined by Stephanie from Ground Zero. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm excited to learn more about what you guys do. So what is Ground Zero? What are you all about?
Ground Zero is administrative middle school and high school students. We focus on kids that are in their 6th grade year all the way up to high school. So anyone in that age range can just come to Ground Zero. There's no requirement other than the age. What we do is we offer them a place to go, belong, and grow. I don't know if you remember your teenage years. They're tough. They're really tough. You're trying to figure out where you belong and what you want to do. One of the things that Ground Zero offers in the community that's extremely unique is we have several areas of workplace mobility that we can teach the students a skill that they may not have the opportunity to learn otherwise.
Ooh, tell me more about that.
So for instance, the Rivoli Theater is the location of Ground Zero, and it used to be a movie theater. Well, now it is set up as a concert venue. So we have a full-scale production booth, and our students can learn all of those skills for audio, visual, lighting, and that's not an opportunity they would normally get anywhere else that would transfer into a skill they could take with them maybe to the Alabama Theater, Carolina Opry as they graduate high school. We also have a retail shop, we have a coffee shop, we have a cafeteria. So lots of opportunities for even a 6th grader to begin learning what you might want to enjoy doing for a skill after you graduate high school.
These are very practical life skills, too.
It is, and you get to do it with your friends. It's not in
Yeah,
a
that's what I
stuffy,
was
boring
gonna
environment
say.
where, adults are telling you what to do all the time. It's something that you get to do because you want to learn to do it, and you're in an area with your peers, so that makes it fun. On any Wednesday night, the kids come in at 6:30. There's a live DJ. They're playing games. They're doing lots of things just to decompress after school before they go home and start their homework.
And I'm sure you've been able to talk to a lot of the kids over the years to kind of get their response and, what they think about it. So can you give some examples maybe of what they've talked to you about?
Sure. So a lot of our students are very nervous coming in, but building relationships with those students is something that Ground Zero is very passionate about. We have about 40 volunteers that come in and serve as mentors and guides for them.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have lots of students that want us to come to their sporting events because mom and dad are working 2 jobs, or mom and dad aren't in the picture, or grandma and grandpa can't get there. So we become kind of pseudo mentors or pseudo family members, and we love that because the teenage years, you definitely need someone to talk to that is further along in life than you are, so they can give you some good quality advice.
I love it. Well, if somebody is watching this right now and they're thinking, what can I do to help you guys out? What can they do?
Oh gosh, first thing I'd love for them to do is come and take a tour. It's amazing to see the space as it is. It has been renovated over the course of the past several years. The ministry's in its 26th year, so we are always changing and pivoting and adding and improving. So the very first thing would be to come and take a tour, but then to just log on to our website at mygroundzero.com and check us out. There's always a donate button, but I like to share with people we're less about donate than we are about relationship. We really want to meet you. We want to talk with you. We want to share with you one-on-one what it is we're doing. Find out what you're passionate about, and then from there, maybe there's an area of the ministry we can plug you in.
And that's what you're good at, is finding out who's good at what and how they can be involved. Okay, where can people find out more information again?
If they go to www.mygroundzero.com, they can browse the website and peruse different areas of everything we have to offer.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today here on Living Local Carolina. I've got a really special story today. I am joined in studio by Michelle Apple. Michelle, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to share your story. Let's go get right into it here.
So I'm actually this week, a 5-year breast cancer survivor.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And for many breast cancer patients, that's a huge milestone. So my journey started when my diagnosis actually got missed. I had a lump under my armpit, and I had to, obviously get a mammogram, standard stuff, and unfortunately they came back and said everything's fine, go with your life, it's just a lymph node. And my mom got sick with bile duct cancer, I ended up taking care of her, and I got shingles. This ended up growing. I still ignored it because I thought, they did the mammogram, the doctor came back and said everything's fine. So when she had passed, I then got finally checked up and found out that I ended up being stage 3, 23 lymph nodes were cancerous. Full mastectomy, chemo, radiation. And so, the journey is very long, and many of us are still on medication now. So that was a huge part of me starting the foundation, because I wanted people to understand that when you do have a lump, that we do have to push for ultrasound and maybe advocate for ourselves a little bit more that maybe we don't know. So we do provide a mentor program with the Apple Breast Cancer Foundation, so that when a newly diagnosed patient comes through and they call and they need help or support, we mentor them with another patient that has gone through breast cancer. So again, we don't miss things like, you had a lump, you should have pushed for an ultrasound. Did they do a bone density scan in the beginning, or a nuclear bone scan? Those type of things we educate, because it's overwhelming. When you get that diagnosis and you're told you have cancer, it literally, you go through denial, you go through acceptance, and then you go through, for me, it was, I'm gonna fight this. There's no way I'm gonna let this breast cancer define me. And hopefully I can help other patients along the way.
And a big thing to you is nutrition, obviously with what you do.
Yeah, so
how did that help you?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. So I'm a dietitian by trade. And I tell many patients that it's so important as you go through this journey that you find a way to take care of yourself, because you're putting chemo, which is really literally poison in your body to kill the cancer. So I fought it back with things like fruits, vegetables, juicing, using other counteractive parts so that I could, go in there and say, my gosh, I feel better by doing more fruits, more vegetables, eating a healthier lifestyle, which I did before, because people would say to me, Michelle, you're a dietitian, you work out, you take care of yourself. How did you get breast cancer? I said, breast cancer does not discriminate, but what I can tell you, and I tell all your viewers, take care of yourself so that when something comes along like breast cancer, that you can fight it and you're strong enough to fight it. So I had no other underlying conditions besides the fact that I had the cancer. So I was able to fight it pretty good.
Let's talk more about the fight. And that brings us to the bag that you're holding right there. You're able to really pay this forward now and help patients that are going through the exact same thing that you did.
Yeah, so I wanted to educate, advocate. Our foundation helps with medical bills and travel expenses. And then the other special thing we do is the comfort bags. And why these are so important, I got a comfort bag as I was going through my treatments, and it contains things like a blanket, a message of hope. And then the message of hope that we did last year was from 7th and 8th graders. They actually drew pictures and they wrote messages, just simple things like, I'm thinking of you. I hope that, this brings a smile to your face. So the standard stuff we have is lip balm, sanitizer. We're always looking for makeup bags. And so if any women out there have extra makeup bags, you have them laying around. What, Ipsy bags we were talking about, and Estee Lauder bags. We use them to put the items in, like the lip balm and sanitizer and so forth. So any donations are accepted, but the staple items are the Footies with Grip, the blanket, the lip balm, sanitizer, and that type of stuff. So we donate these to local cancer centers. So this year we went to McLeod Health Cancer Center. We did Grand Strand, Conway Medical Center, and then Coastal Carolina Cancer Centers as well. It's well needed in this area. There's many patients that are getting it. We'd love to do 300 to 400 is our goal. So we need your viewers to reach out and donate items, and then we deliver them right before the holidays to bring a smile to their face. So sometime in December, and then we take the donations all the way up into August.
Perfect.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. I am back at Bad Hair Salon today. I'm with Katie and Sarah. How are y'all doing? Good. How are you? How are you? I'm doing great.
Wonderful.
So here at Bad Hair, they're very different. They have a more natural route, but you guys have a ton of diverse clients, and you have some pretty specialized things that you're good at. I want to kind of take some time to go into that. First, let's start with you, Sarah.
Perfect.
You are a curly hair specialist.
Absolutely.
This is niche, but it's not, right?
Yeah. So there's a lot more people that have texture that maybe either don't know about it or have never properly been taught how to take care of it. And of course, we have so many different textures, from the tightest of curls to the loosest of waves. And we're here to kind of educate you on all of them.
I love that.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about what you do.
I'm the bridal director, so I handle all the bridal organizing. I help everybody, send out their contracts for their bridal, for their weddings, and then I help organize our team here, like who's going to do hair and who's doing makeup, and we just have fun with it.
That's a lot to keep track of,
Yeah.
I will say.
Yeah.
So what does a typical day look like for you guys here?
It just kind of depends on the day, but for me personally, again, it's a lot of educating our clients. That's something that always goes back to it. Every curly client that I am with, I go into like our in-depth process of how we're going to style, what we're going to use, why it's going to work for their particular curls, and really get them a personalized and individual routine that's going to work best for their curls. And then we can really break down the actual ingredients that are in our products as well, which helps with my InnerSense training and education. So not only is it great for great for them, but it's great for their curls as well.
Yeah. And you actually, when you leave the salon, you think your hair looks really good.
Yes.
And then you actually can keep it looking good.
Absolutely.
Day after day.
Because we want to give you the same confidence that while you're in salon, that we send you home with that same routine, that you have the confidence to do it when you go home too.
I love that.
Yeah.
And Katie, it's about to be a real busy season for you.
Yes.
What is that like every year? It's got to be pretty rewarding, right?
It is. My favorite part is seeing everything come together and just, seeing smiles on everybody's faces, the party, the wedding parties. And just, seeing it all come together is very rewarding.
Question. For somebody that is maybe going to become a bride, not naming any names, when would you need to book with you? Like, when would you need to start thinking about that process?
I would say at least 5-6 months in advance.
Okay, write that down.
Yeah, we do book up
Write
pretty
that down,
fast.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised though, a lot of people try to get in last minute, and we're able to work with them too.
I love it. And finally, I want you both to tell me why you love working here at Bad Hair. You guys definitely have a very different dynamic than any salon that I've walked into, but what is it really like?
So I love Bad Hair in general. It really gives you the environment to flourish no matter what your specialty is. We are so diverse, and that allows you to have, what you're the most passionate about. You have a great team of people to support you. There's education on everything, and if you don't know it, we also offer Bad Hair University classes every single Monday to our individual team as well. You can also come from outside as well too. So if there's a topic you don't know, whether it's regular hairstyling and cutting, curly classes, more specialty things, we have you covered. So there's always somebody who can help you, and coaches that are willing to get you to those goals that you want as well. So you're just set up for success here.
I love how our whole team is basically a big family, and I love how different we are, and how, like Leslie said earlier, that we recycle every single thing. I just think that's amazing. Not a lot of salons are aware, that what we put out into the world and how it affects the environment. So
You don't know until you know, people. And now I know. All right. Thank you guys so much for talking to me.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.